Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Mediak podcast. And like we promised, we are doing a second episode this week, trying to make up for one of the many weeks that we skipped in the past along the way.
I dare say
You
this
were
is a
not a
more
part of
important
a lot of
occasion.
it, I understand, but most of
I
it,
know. I dare say this is a more glorified occasion. It is Barbenheimer.
it is
It's not just
Barbenheimer.
Oppenheimer or just Barbie. It is Barbenheimer.
Yeah, so we had to do both this week. So if you didn't catch the Oppenheimer review earlier, go check that out. It's going to be on the same channel. Skylar is drunk! Skylar is wasted right now. Did you see that? That's abuse. Do you want to talk about Barbie now?
Yeah, I do. I'm really excited.
I thought it was fantastic. I think it was a good set of meme movies. They're very different. I don't think you can compare them.
Yeah, so I sat in the theater. So I went with Lily and then like a couple people from her family. So it was like me and then like 6 other chicks, and then there was a mom behind me with 2 kids, I think. I don't know. I didn't really turn around, but I presume 2 kids. It sounded like 2. So I sat down and I was like, all I've been hearing about is Ken is Ken and at Kenergy and I am Kenough. That's all I've been seeing. So I was like, I am ready for Ken. And I went in a pink shirt, yellow shorts, and then
Did you wear that to Oppenheimer too, or did you change?
I did. No, I wore all black to Oppenheimer. I did change.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I made sure to play my part.
We love that,
But
man.
so I went in and I sat down and I was like so pumped. I was like, let's see Ken, let's see Ken. The first like 4 minutes, it was like just like the Barbie saying hi, and I was like, oh, if it's like this, I'm so disappointed.
Skylar doesn't know how an intro works in a movie, apparently.
Yeah. I was like, well, I think I got my expectations way too high, where I was like expecting to see them like boom right away. And
you were like, I'm going into the Barbie movie thinking it's a Ken movie.
I came out thinking it was a Ken movie.
That's very fair. Ken is in it a lot, and he is fantastic and hilarious.
But the second, I didn't hear what you said. The second Ken was introduced, and he was like, Ken only has a good day whenever Barbie notices him. I was like, yeah,
I know, man. That was so funny.
And he's like, most people think my profession is lifeguard. They're wrong.
It's beach.
I beach.
That's what
I beach.
I beach.
Yeah,
it was good, awesome, man. I laughed pretty hard in this film at a lot of points. Spoilers, but at the very end, whenever he's crying to Barbie, and he's like, I kind of lost it. Oh fuck. I kind of lost interest whenever I found out it wasn't about horses. I started cackling, man. Like I can't tell you what the next line of that happened right after that, because I was laughing so hard. Thought that was so funny for no reason at all.
Do you think you can guess what one of Caden's favorite jokes was?
Oh frick, that's a difficult one, because it could.
He saw it. He really enjoyed it. I'll say that.
Yeah, he enjoyed it. That makes me really happy.
I was really worried that he thought Barbie was funnier.
I thought Barbie was funny. I love that moment where she
was funnier than Ken.
That's interesting. Ken seems like a Caden kind of guy, you know.
I know. I mean, apparently he's a me type of guy.
That's completely fine. What was Caden's favorite joke in it? I truly have no idea. Was it? I remember you said that you really enjoyed whenever she was like laying face down on the ground in defeat. And so I'm going to go with that as my answer, because you guys are brothers.
I think from what I remember of our conversation, whenever they're like, no, I'll beat you off.
That was the scene. He liked that one.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, that's awesome.
That's really funny, man. I should have guessed that. That's such a Caden.
For Barbie.
I said that already. Don't worry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a second warning.
Yeah, of course. We already spoiled the entire movie, basically. There, other than just being funny, there were some things, there were lessons, there were learns and stuff.
There were a lot of lessons.
I know, it was a good time. It was a good time all around. If you went into looking for a good story, you're gonna find that. If you went into having a giggle, you're also gonna find that. It's a great movie. I had a lot of fun with it.
And like, I think it's also like a good like message for kids, but also like good for adults. It's just a good.
Without a doubt. I mean,
it's well made. I'm kind of surprised.
It's just like you learning how to be yourself and be happy with who you are. And I feel
Yeah,
everyone of all ages can use that information every once in a while because
yeah,
it's just a good story. It's a good lesson.
yeah, and nobody's perfect. It's okay to feel
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
It's okay to have this. It's okay to feel like this.
Yeah.
Not everybody's like this. It's fine. Like you'll live, just be you, and you'll be fine.
And
Guys,
patriarchy is about
Mojo Dojo
horses.
Casa,
It's about
Mojo Dojo
horses.
Casa House, patriarchy, sports, brewski beers, and Mojo Dojo Casa houses. That's what we learned,
Yes,
guys. That's
brewski
us.
beers. That's what we learned.
Yes,
That's what we take away. That's what we
brewski
take away.
beers.
Brewski
Um,
beers.
that if you're I believe, and I quote, Ken walks into a hospital, goes, "Give me a high-paying job. I'm a man." And then he's like, "Where's the real doctor?" While
It's
he's
so
talking to a
funny, man.
female
And then he was like,
doctor.
"Oh, you over there." And
Oh, found one. Yes.
it's so
It's
dumb.
it's
It's so
awesome.
great, man.
It's so awesome.
Ryan
And then,
Gosling was so funny.
oh, another joke he really liked is whenever they're talking about cellulite and
Yeah.
or like, no, not cellulite. It was at the end whenever Barbie's like, "I feel ugly," and it's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
casting director decided to not
That was
choose a
so
good,
good, man.
did not make a good casting, as Margot Robbie was not the right person for this role. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like editor's note. Like,
Editor's
or
note.
something like that. I don't
Margot
know. It was
Robbie can't ever look ugly.
yeah.
So good.
Oh.
Do
Yes,
you
I
think they
did
did
like
that on
the outfit.
purpose, or whenever they were editing, they saw that and they were like, she just
They
doesn't
did
look
that.
ugly. They yeah.
Yeah, I think it's funnier to think that they forgot to edit it out.
Well, no, no, that's not what I meant. I like. Do you think that intentionally they always intended for them to make that joke over top of
No.
Barbie saying? That's what I'm thinking.
No.
I'm thinking that they filmed it and then while they were editing
They're
it,
like,
they were
"Oh,
like,
shit."
she's saying she looks ugly and she looks just gorgeous. We
Yeah.
have to do something. We have to make a joke here.
Yeah, they're like, "So Margot Robbie's saying she's ugly. She got to be Captain, right?"
Yeah, that doesn't work. They're like, no one's gonna
Yeah.
believe that. No one's gonna believe
"Oh
that.
shit, why'd we put it in the script?" Like, yeah.
Do you have
Um,
a favorite scene in particular, or is there just comedy bits that you
I
enjoyed a
have
lot?
there's a ton of comedy bits I enjoy, but there
Obviously.
is a part that I really like.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, if you saw some of the interviews, that's the word.
Yes.
Interviews before, I don't know if it was before or after. It
It
was
was
the one
during
with Ken,
sometime.
it was Ken and Margot Robbie, and Margot Robbie is describing how, or I think Ryan Gosling's describing how Margot Robbie got him a gift for each day of Barbie because she wanted him to be Ken. And one of them was a book. And in the one scene, whenever Barbie comes to her dream house and it's now Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa house, and he's like, "Oh," he's like, "I was just," and he goes, "Sublime," and then he's like, "Sorry, I was reading." That was that was one of the gifts that Margot Robbie got him.
Did it destroy
And
the book?
I
That's
don't know.
so
I
rude.
don't
How
think I
dare
ever
he?
saw
That
that, but I
that was
thought that
whenever
was really
Ken was in
funny.
his
And then he
evil
walks
phase.
up and all genie goes, "Hey," like something like that. I don't know. There were a ton of really funny scenes I liked.
I thought it was
What was
hilarious
one of
whenever he
them?
yelled "splendid." I thought he was just gonna be like "yes, yes, yes," but then he was like "splendid," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so
Wait,
funny."
when with the book? I thought you said
Yeah.
Sublime.
Oh, Sublime. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. No,
Sublime.
you're okay.
So good.
Sublime! Yeah, just
Sublime.
no reason.
It was so good. Not
Okay,
not what I
what
was
was the scene that you
expecting
really
though.
liked? And then we'll talk about comedy scenes. Well,
I obviously the not the ending scene, even though it was funny, but the scene
yeah,
at the end with Barbie and
The Maker?
yeah, I can't remember her name. I feel kind of bad that I can't remember that, but that scene was really really good. Like whenever she was like, I don't know how to be human, or like something along those lines. It was really 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 nice. But one scene that like kind of it didn't drop my jaw, but it kind of took me aback was whenever Barbie was sitting on the bench and just people watching. I really liked that scene because it just was like she started crying and it was giving her relief just like watching people be happy, and it was such a unique feeling and vibe that I wasn't expecting to get out of Barbie.
Yeah, are you
And
talking
then
about with, like, her smiling at the grandma?
yeah, well, she was like watching people in the park, and then she turned to the
Yeah.
grandma and was like, "You're beautiful," and she goes, "I know." It was
Yeah,
fantastic. That was so incredible. Like Margot Robbie's acting too. She was really good.
it was. I also, a part that wasn't, like, comedy,
Hmm.
but it was, like, Ken observing, like, the stereotypical masculinity,
Yeah,
like, going around seeing, like, people at the
that was
gym,
comedy, man.
people
I thought
doing
that was fucking
it was
hilarious.
comedy, but, like, to him, it wasn't.
Yeah, of course. He was
Yeah,
like, "This
and
is
then
it."
he's just, like, kinda going around, he's like, "This is guys."
Yeah.
He's like, "This is awesome, where's our horses?" And then he's like, "I'm going to the library," and then he just goes straight to the
I gotta
library,
teach
teaches everything.
everyone this.
Do you wanna talk about the one, joke that you like that involved some watches?
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Simu Liu. First, I wish he was in more. He's in a lot of like low budget romance movies right now, but he needs to be in more like
Was he
blockbusters and stuff. Cause
Shang-Chi?
yeah, he's Shang-Chi,
Okay,
but like he was so funny in this movie, at least in my
yeah,
opinion, because he's in the
yeah.
beach off scene, which is obvious. That's hilarious. But whenever Ken comes back to Barbie Land, and he was like, "It was crazy out there. Some girl asked me the time," and then Simu Liu goes, "No way." And just the way he said it was just so funny.
No way.
No way. Like,
Yeah,
it was the
and he
craziest
goes,
shit on
"Oh,
the planet.
yeah."
Oh yeah.
He watches. Oh, there was a different
It
interview,
was
they
so
described
good,
why he
man.
has did you see
Yeah, with
why
the
they
two
had 3
glasses, he was like, "I
watches?
have two glasses, one to hide my sadness, and then the other one for Barbie to look into."
You had to see her reflection.
Yeah, it's so good.
Do you know the 3 watches? One's
No,
the real time, one's Barbie Land time, and one's faces the moon because beach.
because beach. Ugh,
Yeah, he's like, "For the waves."
for the waves. It's so good.
This might be a bold take. I genuinely think casting Ryan Gosling as Ken was as good as casting Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool.
It's up there. I
Ryan
mean,
Ryan
it was a perfect
Ryan
casting.
Gosling,
People
so
hated
good.
it too. People did not want it. They were like, the guy is
Lily didn't
too.
like it. She didn't like
Why?
either. She said
Why?
that Margot Robbie was like this could have been her mom. I think she said Margot Robbie was too old. I think that was her mom. Like too
Old.
old. And I was like, well, she's 33, but like not really. But she doesn't look 33.
Yeah.
But and like she doesn't look like Barbie. And I'm like, well, she's a real life
It was the
Barbie.
same
So like,
thing for Ken. I don't think Ken looked that
and
old.
then they just didn't like Ken.
He just looks
They
he
just
looks
didn't like Ryan
great.
Gosling.
I think
I
Ryan
liked it on
Gosling
them.
looks amazing for his age.
Me too. Did
I
you
think
see
he
the
looks
story
great.
about? Did you see the story about why he ended up accepting the
The
role?
thing about the lemon.
The Ken face
Yeah.
down in the mud. He's like,
No one
yeah, I
cares
need it.
about Ken. You gotta.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Question. Okay. You know the Ken song? We talked about it a little bit at the
Yes.
shop, but
I'm just Ken.
yeah, what's better, Peaches or Ken?
I'm just Ken. I'm sorry,
Hands
but
down,
like,
every single time.
okay,
I'm
so
sorry, Jack Black. I love you
Peaches,
so much.
yes, Peaches is very good.
Peaches is incredible.
But I kind of agree with what you said whenever
If
we talked about it earlier, is that I feel like I will listen to I'm Just
exactly,
Ken on the regular, but I will not listen to Peaches on the regular. If
I
I'm in a
agree.
mood, I will listen to Peaches a lot.
Exactly.
But if I'm in a mood, I'm gonna listen to I'm Just Ken a lot. And I've been using a lot of this slang too. I've been saying Kenergy, I'm Kenough, like everything like that. If it has EN, I put a K in front of it.
Skylar wants the hoodie.
Like I do want the hoodie. I badly want the hoodie. The pre-order doesn't come out. Well, it's out, but it doesn't like actually ship until like the end of September. So I'm waiting like a little bit to see if I still want it. I probably will.
I mean, that's super fair. I mean,
It was
I kind of
awesome.
want it. If it wasn't $60, I might get it.
Honestly,
It's worth it.
$60. $60 for some clothing that says I am Knuff on it that like will probably be a dead meme at that time, but I will look at myself in the mirror and I will agree.
That's super fair,
So
man.
a lifetime of self-esteem from Ryan Gosling himself, or $60. Let's just say I think
See, if
I'm gonna be
Skylar,
breaking the bank.
we need to after we get through Puss in Boots. We'll not get through it. We're gonna embrace the entire universe of Shrek
Indulge ourselves
and we're
in.
gonna indulge ourselves in Puss in Boots. But I think
Yes.
after that, we should go through Ryan Gosling's movies because I think you would quite enjoy it.
I probably would. I saw somebody say ever since seeing Barbie, he's only watched Ryan Gosling.
That's fantastic. I just think
Yeah.
I've seen Blade Runner. Haven't seen Drive, but I want to. I've seen Blade Runner, and we've actually talked about Blade Runner on the podcast. but I want to know what Skylar would think about it. So that I would be completely fine with going over it again. We can bring
Was it? Is
Kate
there?
along.
True.
Yeah,
Um, is there anything that you particularly didn't like about the movie? Barbie, I mean.
I know, obviously. Um, I don't know actually. I genuinely have no idea. I can't
I can't remember anything
I
specific.
can't pick out a thing. I can't pick out a scene I didn't enjoy. I didn't like. I cringed at my audience. I cringed at my audience a lot. There were a bunch of
That was mine.
yeah. I didn't
Mine's
like it.
nothing with the movie, it's with the audience.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I guess we could talk about. But I have an opinion, but I'm gonna hold it until we get to the number rating thing.
Talk about your audience.
Yeah, I
So
was
like,
just about to get into that because I don't want to.
okay,
If I get more into my opinion of how I feel towards the movie, I'm gonna give the rating, and I don't want to give that just yet because
yeah,
I still have more to talk about. But so during all of the emotional moments, there was a baby in the back right. So I was like basically in the middle, and then in the back over here, screen over here. Um, there's a baby that would just scream and go blah blah, like actually say blah blah. I was actually kind of taken aback that the baby was actually making stereotypical baby noises. but
yeah.
but it would have been funny if it wasn't during every single emotional moment in the movie. And yeah, I mean, I feel bad in those situations, but it was loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can control it, it's not like the movie can control it, it just seems like a bad
That's true.
like,
Also,
wrong place at the wrong time.
anytime Margot Robbie's feet were on screen, there was a group of guys that would go woo.
Okay, but that's like, I did that. I was part of that group of guys. It was me and then 4 pillows
Oh my
that
god,
yeah, it was just me doing it, and then I would press a button, so it would be
that's
like
so
a group.
funny. So it was me. It just so
Did you have
happened.
anybody, like, flash a camera for pictures?
Flash a camera? No, I.
Okay, I didn't have that either, but that'd be really funny. Like,
Skylar would
you're
be
type
like,
of
I didn't do
audience,
that
like,
either. I
wooing
didn't
at
do that.
feet, and then you see
That'd be really funny.
Yeah, so,
I liked all the Barbieisms in the movie. I liked how whenever anything happened and it had that like zoomed out look, it all just looked like toys. I thought it was
yeah,
great, especially whenever Ken hit the little wave and he just went flying. That was
yeah.
so dumb. I loved it. It really sets the tone for the rest of the movie.
Was it my audience just had, like just, like, subtle talking, like, throughout the entire
Mm,
thing to where it was everybody who was close enough to me that I could hear their conversation, like it wouldn't, like, drown out the movie, but it was, like, subtle conversation. I just wanted the movie, so I was, like,
yeah.
starting to get annoyed by it, the first couple minutes was like, whatever, right? They might stop, but, like, 20, 30 minutes in, I was like, "Okay, I'm so tired of this
No, I get
already."
it completely. I
Yeah,
really I'm one of those guys that loves a packed theater, but I hate whenever
me
stuff
too.
like that happens. I like whenever everyone is engrossed in the movie, and so we talked about it whenever well, I talked about it whenever we were in the Jujutsu Kaisen section of our last podcast we did on Oppenheimer. But whenever me and G were watching one of the last episodes, at the same time we had like the exact same reaction, and that but like on an incredible scale is what I love when going to movie theaters. Like whenever me and Skylar first saw Endgame.
Endgame? Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was gonna bring up.
That
Yeah,
was that was the
fantastic.
best audience ever because we
Yeah, I
all
agree, that was
screamed at the
awesome.
same time. We all went no at the same
Spoiler
time.
for Endgame.
Oh,
It was
dude.
whenever spoiler for Endgame, it was whenever Cap got the hammer.
Yeah, that's when I jumped out of my seat
Everybody in
and
the
actually
audience
just
was, like, screaming,
yes.
like, "Yeah, yeah," like,
But
screaming like,
no one was
"What?" Yeah.
annoying. No one
It
was
was awesome.
annoying at all. Everyone was silent. And the only time we all got excited was whenever something exciting happened. It was
Yeah.
sorry, it was fantastic.
Yeah, that was, like, easily one of my favorite movie
That
experiences.
was probably my favorite movie experience.
I also like whenever we saw Broly in person.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that
know
was a great
why.
one.
That was a
Uh,
good audience too.
yeah, because everyone was
Did we watch
whenever
My Hero? Did we watch My Hero in person too? One
we
of the
did.
first one?
We
Yeah.
didn't have a big audience for the second
No, that
My
wasn't a big
Hero
audience,
movie.
but we had a ton of committed fans, and I like that.
We did.
Yeah, because like,
um,
they might not have been, like, oohing and aahing, but they were dead silent the entire
yeah,
time. Not
hell
a
yeah.
peep from anyone.
Um, during Broly, it was really funny. We could get back to Barbie in a second. I have this story.
We're on
You know
Catholic
what?
money, so
Is this something we should save in case we ever do that movie? You know what? Whatever. If I can retell the
the
story
odds that
whenever
they
we do
watch
that.
both.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Uh, the movie theater. It was a couple of years ago. Before anime took off bigger in the
2018, I think.
2018. Before it took off bigger in the U.S. And I guess the movie like house that we were going to didn't understand that everyone that was going to be seeing this Dragon Ball movie were adults and they were watching it because they watched it as a kid. And every single trailer before the movie was some sort of kid trailer.
Oh,
And it was fantastic. Hi,
yes.
Milo. Hi, buddy. And everyone was like, oh, they really just misjudged their audience here because they're all just like teenagers or like 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
It was
It was
fantastic.
awesome.
Hi, come over here.
Was it I actually back to that, just because I have one story with that. So
Yeah.
I was at a theater
Oh, what's it?
one time. I don't remember what I was seeing, but I think it was like a PG movie.
Mhm.
And they started playing, there were a ton of kids in the audience.
Yeah.
They started playing a ton of R-rated movies that had like a ton of murder, scary things, like sexual scenes in it. And one of the parents got out and complained. Everybody in the
Yeah.
theater got free tickets.
Oh
Everybody
my
in the theater
god.
got a free ticket, and they were like, "We are so sorry. We cut all of the ads. Your movie's gonna start. Like, we are so sorry that this happened. There was a miscommunication."
That's
And
crazy.
I've never seen that happen before. That was the only time, and I was glad I got to see it because I wouldn't believe it if it didn't happen to me.
Yeah, honestly, that's
Okay,
that's hilarious.
back to Barbie.
What? Yeah, sorry. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna ask any questions about that. Back to Barbie. What's next? You know what?
Did you like
I
the soundtrack? Other
I,
than
I was
I'm just
actually
Ken.
just about to talk about the soundtrack because not that it was bad, but I don't remember ever being in awe at certain moments like I was in
Other than
Oppenheimer, and I know that sounds wrong because I'm
other
comparing.
than I'm just Ken. That one
Yeah.
had me
Well, I
way
actually
down.
liked the music in it. That was fine. I thought the music. Oh, sorry. Soundtrack is both. I was thinking score. I thought that the music was actually really well used, and specifically in one of my favorite scenes, I guess, is at the beginning whenever Barbie has the rager in the party,
Oh,
and I like the music and everyone dancing, and the choreography was really good. Wow, and even especially in I'm Ken. That one was really good. I like the choreography for that.
can we talk about? I would like to talk about the fight choreography and the
Yes.
beach fight,
Yes,
and
it's
how they were
fantastic.
like, "We'll attack them from the seas," and like they strolled onto the beach, like that they couldn't get onto before.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so good.
and then just Ken and Ken just
Ah, and they were just like flexing at each other, and that's how they're fighting.
yeah,
What
and then
is
for a while they were
this?
riding like the stick horses
Yeah. And then one
going
of the
around.
businessmen just gets shot, and then they're just like, "Did I just get shot?" And he goes, "No." And then he just shows up in a sling later, clearly getting shot. Michael, I'm sorry.
Yeah, was it? I don't know if you've seen Sex Ed, but there was a ton of characters from Sex Ed on there. Like I
I
told you, like
haven't.
that intern was one. Um,
Intern. Oh, the yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
yeah,
I know there's a
he's
bunch
the
of
only
people
one
and
I
a bunch of
remember.
Marvel stuff. Like the one of the new scrolls from Secret Invasion was one of the Kens, or did he have a different name? I don't know.
Well, I
I know
mean,
you
Shang-Chi was also Ken.
obviously Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
A couple other stuff too, probably.
yeah,
Margot Robbie
uh,
did a superhero. So yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Do you count that as a superhero?
Yeah. Suicide Squad 2 and
Oh, yeah, yeah, I guess. I was gonna say, is Harley Quinn really a superhero?
I
In every portrayal of it, is she?
she's popular
I
enough to be a superhero.
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. She's
Oh,
more of
she's
like a
not a
Deadpool
villain,
than
not
anything else.
anymore, not in the comics.
I was thinking more of an anti-hero,
Yeah,
but
well, I guess kind of. Yeah, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
yeah. I mean, either way,
Depends on
um,
how you twist it, I guess.
yeah. It depends if you're talking about like every interpretation. Okay, Barbie. Okay,
So the
one.
score did not blow me away, but I did very much enjoy the soundtrack. But in Barbie's credit, I also wasn't heavily listening to the score because I was really focused on laughing and enjoying the funny bits of it, and maybe getting emotional during some of the sad points, which I was very shocked to
Yeah.
be experiencing.
Um,
I want to watch it
what is
again.
it? I do too, actually. I think it's gonna be better on the second watch,
I think so
actually.
too, because there's going to be other stuff that I see, and I want to listen to the score again in the different areas so that I can appreciate it more. Because at the moment, I there's almost no appreciation.
I also liked how everything they used was like a toy. Like that
Yeah.
ambulance opened up,
Yeah, it was so good.
and then it
And I
was
loved
like
how all the
uh,
houses like didn't have backs.
or windows or
Yeah,
anything,
so
and
good.
Barbie would just fly down to her
Yes.
car.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
Was it? I thought it like it gen. I don't even know.
Wesley
I'd say the
thing.
point in which it 100% had my interest was like I mean like fully it's like involved, not like nothing else was really like
Mhm.
happening on the outside. Was whenever Barbie's feet went flat. I was like, what?
Interesting. You
Yeah,
know,
and then I was like,
I can't.
and then it was like I was like trying to like be like, okay, like I don't know what they're getting at here.
That's
Like, because
fair.
obviously I don't watch trailers, I don't read
Yeah, yeah.
anything, so I know absolutely nothing about the movie going into it. So, um, I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening here. Like, and then it was like, oh, she has cellulite. Oh, she has to see weird Barbie.
I thought that was funny. I
Weird Barbie constantly doing the splits.
yeah, that was great. I damn it, I
Um,
had a thing I was gonna say. I was sold right. I was intrigued. I was more interested in the movie than Skylar was at the very beginning. But I was really sold whenever the narrator was like, Barbie has a nice day, has an amazing day every day. The Ken only has a nice day if Barbie looks at him. That's the moment in which I was like, okay,
and he's like,
this
"Hey,
movie's gonna
Barbie."
be fantastic. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
Ryan Gosling was also so extraordinarily fit for this
I
movie.
know, right, man? That guy was
I
jacked.
choose to believe he worked out for like months on end. He's like, I
Yeah, I
gotta be
think that's
Ken.
just
He's
how
like,
he
I'm
looks,
Ken.
man. He just might like working
Yeah,
out.
it's awesome. Um, oh man, there was something else. Did you like the building scene in which the Kens are trying to build a wall? And they're like, whenever they figure out how to go to the side, you guys are done.
Yeah, actually, I thought that was really funny. And
There's
then
nothing.
actually, oh my God, the unsung hero. We haven't even talked about him. Michael Cera
Alan?
as Alan. Oh,
Facts,
Wesley, right
Alan.
there. He's a cutie. Wesley, get back here. I don't trust you getting out of my vision. He's not getting back here. That's okay. Um, Alan, whenever he went up to the construction workers to describe himself, he described himself by saying, "What are you doing?" Oh, he's itching himself. I thought he was wiping his butt.
I, Alan.
He was like, "Hi, I'm Alan. I'm Ken's best friend. All of his clothes fit me." And I thought that was hilarious because Austin was. I was asking Austin about Michael Cera's character before the movie came out, and he was like, "All I know about him is that he's only ever had one sentence written about him before, and it's he's Ken's best friend, and all of Ken's clothes fit him." So whenever I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious that that's how Alan introduces himself."
Well, I also like how whenever he got introduced, like in the movie in the beginning, it was like there's only one Alan. He got like on the other ones, like there's only one Alan. They
Yeah,
never went back on him. He's
so
Ken's
funny.
friend. All of his clothes fit Ken. All of his all of Ken's clothes fit on Alan.
So funny. I
I
love
like
that
yeah,
stuff.
that's the only description of Alan.
And then he
And
kicked
then
ass.
I like okay, something that was like kind of subtle is I like how the one girl who kind of like yelled at Barbie and said she doesn't like Barbie anymore was like helping Barbie, and then she
Yeah,
subtly started dressing more and more like Barbie
yeah.
throughout the entire thing, slowly adding more
It,
pink and
it literally was
more
just
like
a movie about becoming who you want to be, and I really like that because they found a way for like every person in the movie that had like some sort of arc to just become happy.
yeah.
It's a great story.
Um, there was oh, what I wanted to get at was the car scene whenever they're driving in and then they turn back around and Alan's like, "I'll never escape this place."
So good. Do you know Michael Cera has a flip phone and therefore he could not join the group chat for the Barbie movie?
No, that's really funny though.
It's hilarious. It makes sense. All right, you want to get into number rankings?
Um, is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Give me
I
a
don't
second.
have anything in particular. I really have one more statement to
Oh,
go for.
I have one thing that I want to ask before
Yeah,
ratings.
hit me.
Do you like I don't know if I don't remember if we talked about this actually. I don't because I get like our conversation at like the
Man, I'm
shop
so
and things
hungry.
kinda
Yeah, I
mixed
understand. I
up.
get it, man.
Did you like Barbie becoming a human at the end? Did you like
Yes,
her like coming and becoming a human
yes.
or do you think she should have stayed at all?
No, I think her arc was to become a human because like I don't know. In my head, the reason why she started to have those thoughts was like not because her person was like messed up, but because she was realizing that she's more than what she thought she was. Like she is relaxed and comfortable in her life, but she now is like, I can go for some more. I can take on another challenge, and that's when she's going into being human. And I like that. I think it's cool. It's optimistic, you know.
Yeah, I do too. I like how she gave up the perfect life to
Hmm.
be human because of the highs and lows
Yeah,
instead of the constant like
it was
healing.
it was great. I loved I loved the story. I loved the message. It was fantastic, and I never thought I'd be
Uh,
saying that about a Barbie movie.
yeah, I know, this is wild.
I know it's
Like,
crazy. I loved
yeah,
it.
I genuinely okay, so I went into the movie thinking it was gonna I'm not gonna say this because it's gonna be in the number part. I thought it
Hmm.
was gonna be like a certain thing, and then
Hmm.
I was like, okay, like I walked in and I was like, all right, like
Yeah,
let's see. And then I did it and I was like, oh my God. Like, but one thing I also really did like is how it was the mom.
yeah.
And I think
I
that
like
yeah, I
that
like
too.
how it was the mom and she's like, being a mom sucks. And then she like gives like the gigantic like rant
Yeah,
about it later on and how it's
it's
like
good. Yeah,
yeah.
but I
And like
also like how
I think it was
them.
good and I just think a lot of people needed to like hear it and like
Yeah,
have it like said so it's not just them.
I agree heavily. It was great. It was a fantastic movie. Everything that was like needed to be said was like said. It was great. And one of my favorite things about that revelation was that that wasn't like the game changer of the movie. Like it wasn't the second they realized that it's actually the other person, the problem is now fixed. It's now like a, oh yeah, now we just have to continue working together to make ourselves better. I really enjoyed that. It was great.
I also like this I only thought about it because I was thinking about the like kid who Barbie thought it was.
Yeah.
Whenever the little girl stops her, she's like, "You don't wanna go there," and then, like,
Yeah.
Barbie runs away, like, crying, and she's like,
They
"Why do
never
they never
listen.
listen?"
Yeah,
Yeah, and
it's
then just
funny.
walks back and just, like, doesn't even go to a table, just walks away, like, she's just there to protect.
She's the savior. She's Batman.
Okay, but now I think I got everything. Now I'm ready for the rating, if you
That's
wanna do
good.
that.
You gave me extra time to think about my number, but I still have no idea.
Okay,
This is more difficult than Oppenheimer because I feel like if I give it too
I
high of a
don't think so. I think Oppenheimer was a lot harder to rate. I feel like I have a pretty decent rating for this one.
hit me with it.
Okay, so I went into the movie thinking it was gonna be like a 6.5 to 7,
All right.
but I actually and I was like, "Okay, so it's gonna be a good movie." Like, I'll watch it I might watch it again, but I'm feeling like, probably like an 8.5. Like, I feel as though I feel pretty comfortable saying, like, I don't think 8
Yeah.
is right, because I think it's too close to what I originally thought,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's like but I think there's, like, a noticeable gap between that and Oppenheimer, but this movie was enjoyable. It was exactly what it was intended to be. So and I
Well.
mean, Oppenheimer was like it seemed like destined to be a great movie.
Yeah.
This one was like it was gonna be it's just a
Well,
movie. It just happens to be a joke with Oppenheimer. But no, it was a really good movie.
I'm gonna say something. Sorry. I'm gonna say something that uh might cause you to change your answer a little bit. Don't rate it on how like good of a movie it is, but rate it on how much you
I
personally
am.
enjoyed. Oh,
I
okay,
personally
cool.
really enjoyed the movie.
I really enjoyed it too, and the reason why I'm saying that is I think that this is a 9 and I think that Oppenheimer is a 10. I'm changing my opinion
That's
from
fair.
last week.
I mean, we have them the same number apart. We have them both
Yes.
1 apart. At mine, Oppenheimer's at 9.5 because again, I think the only
Yeah.
movies that might there's like 2 or 3
Well,
movies
I
I
don't
might
know
have
if there's
ahead of
gonna be. I'm actually seeing the next Mission Impossible this weekend. So I think that's the only movie that could possibly compete with Oppenheimer. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm rating my movie on the type of movie it is. So, I'm not comparing it to Oppenheimer,
Yes.
strictly how much I enjoyed it and if I would watch it again. And I would watch it again, and I thought it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, I
There
loved
were,
it.
like I was laughing majority of the movie. I mean, nothing like there were a couple things that, like, I would say, quote, unquote, "blew me away" with, like, jokes and, like, openness and stuff like that. Like, it was a jokey movie, so I
It's a
thought it
really
was really
funny
good.
movie.
So, yeah, I'll give it an 8.5. I mean, you're at a 9. We're
It,
basically in
it
the
took
same
its
spot.
satire really well, and I don't remember
What do
a
you think?
point. Um, I
There was one scene they cut that if I think if they kept it, I would have bumped it up to a 9 because it would have
was
been
it
way
whenever
funny.
Ken
Yes.
screams. Yeah, I
No.
thought. Oh,
Mine's, like, on the skates, like, some guy
yeah, and
walks
Ken
up
goes,
and
ah!
oh, Barbie punches her punches him in the face,
Yeah,
and he
that's in the
drops.
movie.
Yeah, and
That's in the
then
movie. Barbie punches him, but
was
right
it the
after
scream that was cut?
the scream was cut.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm tripping. Yeah.
That scream's hilarious. Wesley, where you
It
at?
was. I must have thought it was, like, the whole, like, angle and everything.
Oh, hi, buddy. No, it wasn't the angles. That
Oh,
was a
okay. I thought they
paparazzi.
were talking about, like, the
You're
angle, the
good,
punch,
bro.
and they, like,
I'm so
cut it out, and they
confused.
just, like, kinda swapped it a little bit
No, no,
because they
no,
didn't
no. That
want
was
to
that was
show
a
more.
paparazzi angle.
Oh, okay, okay. That
Yeah,
makes more sense.
yeah,
Yeah. If they would've kept the scream then, yeah.
yeah. I would have liked the scream a lot. Damn it! I had a thing, and it wasn't you that made me forget it. It was Wesley because he's making noises and being weird, and I don't get it, but it's okay. Frick.
I also
Okay. No, go ahead.
I wish well, I know why the Kens were fighting, it's for Barbie's attention,
Hmm.
but I would've liked them to, like, had more, like, face-to-face arguments. Like, while Barbie's there, whenever they were, like, all, like, masculined out.
But they weren't like smart enough for that.
Nah, nah, they weren't, but
They
that was
were just
awesome.
like, "You're an idiot because my horse is cooler than yours."
Yeah, yeah, hand me a couple brewski
Yeah,
beers.
hand me my brewski beer is bigger than yours.
No, my yo, bro, I need some brewski beers, and
Yeah,
mansplaining, it was awesome.
it
I
was.
also like the way they tried to take down all the Kens by
Yeah,
having them mansplain everything,
yeah, that was
and just
fantastic. And play the
grabbing the
guitar.
Barbies and fixing
It
them.
was so good. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
I also like how they all wore jean everything.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff.
Maybe it is a 9. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing.
Maybe it is.
Whenever I left the theater, I think I told G, like, it was really funny and I enjoyed it, but there's only like a certain level a comedy movie could be, I guess. And I said like 7, but that's just wrong. I feel because
Yeah.
I had a lot more enjoyment out of the movie than that. But we're rambling now, so but we'll just go with an 8.5. We're gonna take a median between our numbers for a
Yeah.
join thing.
Well, I mean, my number was 8.5.
Okay, then we'll just go with Skylar's number.
Yeah,
Okay.
the median number between 8.5 and 9 is 8.5.
Yeah, man, exactly. All right, I'm gonna try to find news.
Alright, did you wanna segment into, the new episode of Jujutsu Kaisen? Which
No, no, we're gonna do the news and then we're gonna do Jujutsu Kaisen.
awesome. Okay, do you wanna start it? Or do you want me to? I got all my news ready.
I'll start it.
So,
I don't have much. So,
awesome.
something that happened in the last couple weeks was that a couple more roles for Superman Legacy have been cast. Well, more like the DCU because apparently Hawkgirl is not going to be in Superman Legacy, but she was cast. Her name is Isabella Mercedes. I'm so sorry. I think the only one I'm going to pronounce right is Nathan Fillion because I know like I have pronounced his name before. I'm really bad at this. But
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion is going to be Guy Gardner. He's a form of Green Lantern, Skyler. And Eddie Gathegi is going to be Mr. Terrific. All right. Next thing in news. Sorry, I'm going to go up. Oh, did you guys see? PewDiePie had a baby.
He did?
Yeah, he had a baby.
It's
Born.
actually
Yeah, it's born.
awesome.
Yeah, he had
I
a
didn't know he
baby.
was born yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wait.
so
Wait.
cool.
Wait. I'm
It's so cool.
yeah. I didn't know they actually, like, had the baby delivered yet. I knew they
Yeah.
were having one.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was delivered yet. I knew it should have been sometime soon
Yeah.
because I keep seeing all the things that's, like, Bjorn in 10 years, and it keeps mentioning the bridge incident.
No,
So,
come on, man.
I
But
know. He's such a good guy, though.
yeah, he's
I'm
such a
I'm
great
I'm
guy.
happy for him.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy he's living his life. He literally is. He has the dream life, man. He deserves it too.
Yeah, he does.
Um, um. So the girl who plays Miss Marvel in the Marvel universe. Oh, Wesley, you're just chilling up there. He's on the couch over there. He's just resting his head up. Sorry. She's actually really awesome and really likes comics. So much so that she's now writing a Miss Marvel comic herself, which is really cool in my opinion. I think that's much cooler than like getting an opportunity to be in the MCU because not she's not like adapting of something. She's literally just creating an entire story herself, which is really
That is
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Imagine
Being in
going
that
there from
room
that
would be
point.
cool with
I
all those
know.
writers,
I know.
like,
Being
brainstorming.
a writer in that room. Wow, that's so awesome. I imagine being her. She's so lucky. Good for her
Mhm.
though. I think.
Yeah, that's a once in a lifetime experience.
What else do I have? I think I have more
Well,
news.
for some people.
Yeah.
For
if
writers,
you
they do it
want to
every day.
do that.
Yeah.
He's coming around now. I swear to God, if you pee, I'm gonna yell at you. Wesley, come here. Sorry, I'm watching my dogs, so I'm making sure that the little
Cool.
one doesn't ruin everything. Next thing of news. So DC announced that they're making a new animated Watchmen movie. I'm guessing it's going to be fully covering the comic instead of like a new adaptation, because I feel like that's the only proper way to cover what Watchmen is just to exactly do the comic in animation. At least in
Are
my
they not
opinion.
really long comics too? Aren't they like some of the thicker books?
Yeah, it's just one thick book is what Watchmen is.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. It's really good. We actually talked about the movie, but I feel like the movie and the comic are just two completely different stories. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end of my news. I mean,
You have any One Piece news?
fuck, I did.
I thought you texted me that you did.
August 6th is Gear 5. They released the trailer for the end of Wano, and it's my guy, and he's doing the thing, and I'm not gonna say it now because I convinced Skylar into getting into One Piece, so I can't spoil anymore. Even though I literally told all of
Do you want me to
Luffy's.
walk out?
What? No, it's okay. You basically know all the big spoilers. Like I literally told you all of
When it
Luffy's
comes to
spoiler
spoilers, it's
powers.
literally in one ear and out the other.
That's super fair.
Yeah.
All my well, not my film. I met up with Nathan and Gracie today at the Milkshake Factory.
That's awesome.
That's my other
That's good.
news.
Oh,
Also, there's a new trailer for the One Piece live action, but I actually talked about that in my video that I think is going to go up on Saturday. So I'm not going to talk about
you
that
cut
now.
out a little bit for me. I didn't hear what you said.
Okay. Well, the new One Piece trailer for the live action show is out. But I talk about that a little bit in my video that's going to come out this
Your
weekend. So
animation?
yeah, there's an animation in it, but it's not an animated. It's not a long animation.
Yeah.
It'll
It's
be
the
like
animation you sent me, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
like that I'm using that to transition into the title sequence of the thing I'm making, which is a review of the first saga of One Piece. So you can watch that after you catch up a little bit.
Yeah. I think if I read every minute of every day from now until August 9th, I think I'll be caught up in time.
I think that's true. August 6th actually, so you have less days.
Oh no, I have even less time.
I'm sorry.
I might not be able to shower.
Yeah. Shit. No, just read in the shower. It's worth it.
Okay. I have some music news, but that's
Let's
pretty much
hear
it.
it.
It's kind of bigger. So, as most people know, Travis Scott is dropping his infamous Utopia album, which he's been hinting at for like seemingly years now. Like he released Dystopia in 2020, which is 2 songs, and I thought, well, a lot of people also thought that that meant he was dropping Utopia soon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been 3 years, so but it supposedly is dropping tonight at midnight.
That's hype,
And
man.
we have, I believe these are confirmed features. I'm not 100% certain, but I believe these are confirmed.
Let's go.
He has The
Sky.
Weeknd, Kanye West, West Side Gun, Drake, Don Toliver, Kid Cudi, and James Blake. James Blake has been on a lot of really good things this year.
I feel like Kanye West hasn't though.
Yeah, but James Blake was on the Metro Boomin Spider-Verse too.
Yeah, but Kanye West was on what
The
was
news
that?
for being
Alex Jones
empathetic.
is show and said some really bad stuff, and a lot of
Yes,
other
I know.
shows.
A lot of people think this is
What?
like I think it's like a song that they've made a long time ago.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
But so like
Wow,
it's
I wasn't
already like a
expecting that.
song that they've already made, and it's obviously up to Travis's
Yeah,
quality.
no, I obviously, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
If it's like something like that, that's fine. But I just
Yeah.
wasn't
That's what
expecting that. I wasn't
mean,
expecting you to say Kanye was on
I
there.
really don't know. I wasn't expecting to hear Kanye,
Yeah.
I'm being honest. But I mean, who knows? This could
That
be
took me
like
back.
Kanye trying to rejoin society. Who knows?
Yeah.
But Post Malone's album Austin drops tonight at midnight as well, which I don't know how many songs are on it. I believe it's a bigger sized album though. I want to say like in the 20s.
That's awesome.
It is 17 songs.
Cool.
And we've already heard 3, with Overdrive being the last one. So I have decently high hopes for this, and I mean, he's been doing concerts and people have been loving it. So
They've been hearing the
good
new
album.
ones.
I think so.
That's
I mean, I haven't
awesome,
been to
man.
any,
That's
but
well, I mean,
I mean, I
yeah,
think it's
but I would
yeah,
assume that there
but
would be leaks or something.
I don't know. Maybe he's only playing the ones that he's already released
I guess that would
because
make
he's
sense.
released 3 already. I mean, it's been like it's Chemical, uh, I think it's Overdrive. Yeah, Overdrive and Morning. So maybe playing those and some of his older ones. And then Drake is supposedly dropping his own single tonight that is like based on his album
It's
that's coming
based.
for the book he released.
He released a book.
He did.
Was it good?
I don't know. I haven't heard any
Compared to
complaints from
Dracula,
any.
in your opinion, how good is it compared to Dracula?
Well, being that I definitely read both of them, I'd say they're awesome.
Right there.
Man, I don't know. That boy Drizzy don't miss.
That boy
Like,
Drizzy. That's facts. Dracula's pretty
yeah,
crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's a really good book. I'm almost done with it.
yeah. But that's the music news I have for today. So it's supposedly a really big night in
That's
music.
freaking
People
sick,
think
man.
Utopia is going
I
to
really
be.
hope it's good. I hope you like it.
I
You
mean,
really gotta let
I
me know how
doubt.
that Kanye song is, man.
Yeah, I definitely will. But I just want to know if it's going to be as good or I just want to know if it's going to be as good as Astroworld. Astroworld was
Sorry, I don't remember that
insane.
one very much.
That's the one with
I did listen to it. I
do
remember
you
because
remember when Travis Scott was in Fortnite a lot?
yes.
That was his album.
Okay, I actually don't think I listened to that album.
You definitely did because everybody knows Sicko Mode.
I
It's the one with 3 different beats in it.
that doesn't mean anything, man. Like, because
I don't
if I
want to
don't know
play
the
it 'cause I don't
song,
want to get
I won't get
copyrighted.
it. We'll listen to it after the podcast. It's okay.
Speaking of, did you watch that 10-minute segment of Family Guy?
Have you watched Invincible?
Touche.
Lucky you, it got pushed back to November, so
Yeah, I knew it was. That was part of it.
facts.
But yeah. But people think Utopia is going to be album of the year over Pink Tape and Metro Boomin's Spider-Verse soundtrack, as well as
That'd be pretty cool. Spider-Verse soundtrack is really good though.
it is really good. And I don't know if I don't know if Metro's superheroes and villains or heroes and villains album released this year or not, because that one's also really good. No, it's
I don't
2022.
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever listened to I've been listening to a lot of Carter Vale. He's been releasing a lot of music a lot. He reminds me of Kennedy, the artist I really like. But Kennedy hasn't released music in like 2 years, 3 years. But Carter Vale just pops him out like crazy, and I think he's really funny. So I've been listening to a lot of his music recently,
I'm glad.
but
So
no albums.
I'm ready for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Me too, man. What the fuck? That was awesome.
Spoilers.
Big
For
spoilers.
Jujutsu Kaisen
What
are
is this?
coming up.
Episode 4 or 5? Episode 5?
4.
4. Thank God, man. I want more. I'm so curious.
I'm so excited.
Gojo being like
God.
awakening his power and turning into God, at least in his eyes. That was fucking.
Okay.
That was insane. That was on another level. And
I genuinely that sequence of him coming back and like
yeah, I know. Whenever he just was like
ascending to godhood, like actually being like carried up, and
What?
he's like,
I'm having too much fun right now.
He's like, I bear no hatred in my heart for anyone. And I was like, this man Toji is in for it now.
Dude,
like,
fucking. I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead.
I don't know. I don't think so either. Probably not. Actually, I don't know.
He has a big hole in him. He has a really big hole in him.
And he is human with no curse techniques.
But I don't think he's dead. Like it seems like something that would happen like that, you know?
Yep.
I
mean, I thought Gojo was dead, but apparently ever since he got hit the first time, he was like, well, shit, I'm losing, so I'm gonna work on making sure I don't die.
Obviously I knew Gojo wasn't dead. I just didn't know how. Actually, G.
I think we called it actually.
Yeah, G also said that it was reverse curse.
Yeah, but we got it.
Yeah, we got it. That was cool.
It was a really good episode.
And I really liked Geto turning evil.
Geto turning evil?
Yeah, because he's taking his whole thing in the movie was calling people without powers monkeys. Like Frieza and
Toji called them monkeys.
Yeah, exactly. Toji called himself a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where Geto gets that from. G actually noticed that. I noticed it after she pointed it out. But I was like, oh, nice catch. That was great. And that's definitely something that led him to do his little evil doings. And obviously, just getting absolutely decimated by some guy without any cursed energy, he probably is a little bit of a
Yeah.
grudge, especially since he went from thinking that him and Gojo were literally unbeatable.
Yeah, like the strongest people on the
Yeah,
planet.
and they dropped down so massively. And
Yeah.
Jesus, that post credit scene,
I agree.
what? What? That was like one of my favorite scenes in the entire show where he was just holding that. So I think that they're still gonna use her dead body, and Tengen's still gonna like possess it, and
Mhm.
that's why Gojo is taking it.
Whenever Gojo walks past Geto and he's like,
Do you want to kill them?
he's like, "Should we kill them all?"
He's like, I don't.
And
I
then
wouldn't feel
Geto's the
anything
one
right now.
talking him out of it, and he's like, "What's stopping us right now from
Yeah, I
killing every
know.
person in this room?"
Well, he
I was
like
like, "It's hard to
talked.
believe that this is the good guy here."
No, I. So my interpretation was that they were
They're all
saying
bad.
no, no, no. They were saying what was going on in each other's head. Like Gojo was saying Geto's words, and Geto is saying Gojo's words. Where Geto is, since they walked past each other, Geto is now going to kill the people in the room. At least that was the implication. And Gojo is now leaving with the girl. So Geto saying no, it's not worth it. That's Gojo, and Gojo saying you want to kill them all. Geto is like I want to do this right now really badly.
I took it as Gojo already knew Geto's answer,
Yeah, that's
and that
true.
he wasn't going to, and Geto was, like, thinking over what Gojo was saying. He's
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
"Maybe we
do that
should."
now.
Yeah, he's like, "Maybe we should."
I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna do a bunch of murders.
But, I really liked Geto's fight. It
So
was
good.
sick.
Everything
Like,
about it,
the
man.
walking them, like, walking still, and he's like, "Oh," and, like, he's, like, describing or, Toji's describing how, like, his, like, curse, um his
Little
curse
guy, his little
yeah,
curse,
his, like,
his curse
actual curse
pack.
is, like, never detected by anything. It's
Yeah,
just he eats it and throws it back up
it's so hype.
constantly.
He's
Yeah, and
just
then he
like
just pulls
Invisible
out, like, a
Man
sword,
put something
and
inside
then
of
his,
him.
like, slicing scene was
Yeah,
god
he's like
tier. Yeah,
so good.
it was awesome.
Everything about, oh my god, it was really sick. And like Gojo's fight was really cool because like I really like the way that they did
That was a
Toji's
one-sided
instinct.
ass whooping.
Oh yeah, big time. I really like the way that they did Toji's instincts where he was like something's wrong. He was like, nope, I got this. He's like, I should have listened to
Yeah.
my instincts. He just had some hubris and thought he was like, I can, if I take down this guy who's like the strongest ever, then I'm gonna be the strongest ever.
I like whenever Gojo comes back and he's like, "I was at the verge of death. I know, like,
I
I've
now
seen
understand.
I understand
I think
every
that
single
was him
person."
getting his domain
Maybe, that'd be cool. I
because
mean,
that's
his
how
eyes look
Mahito got it.
so sick after, like,
Well,
the little, like, spots at the
yeah,
bottom,
because they
like,
were moving.
flickering.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. I think he
That would be
well,
that'd make
I mean,
sense.
they admitted they awoke in his power, but now he can just use that infinitely. So it's what I thought his power was. Like I don't think he ever has to turn it off now, or ever
I
can turn it off, or I don't know.
what is it? I like how it opened up the fight with him going, like, red and then firing
Yeah,
it straight away, and he
yeah,
was like I first like how it started. He's like and he's just, like, standing there, and Toji's like, "Huh?" And
yeah.
then, like and he's like, "I used my
He,
reverse curse
he
technique."
pulls.
He's like,
Oh,
"I've
it's
never
just
had to do
cool.
that before. I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah,
Here I am. I figured it out. I
that
was
was
on the
so
verge of death.
great.
I"
His
Yeah, he's like,
god
"I've
complex is
awakened."
just so. What's the
Yeah.
what's the word for it? I don't even
"I
know,
am
man.
alone. I am the honored one by the gods. I alone stand at the
It was
top."
like I don't
I
know
was
how to
like, "This is
describe it.
awesome. This is the
It was
Gojo I
really
love."
sick. It was really cool. It was different. It was like it was
I'm
not
so excited to
scary.
watch
It
it
was
again.
just I really don't know the word for it. It was
It was like seeing,
awesome.
like, the birth of a god.
It was
That's how I
satisfying.
would describe it.
I
It
I,
was
th- I
awesome.
think I would say it is satisfying, because like
Yeah. It was.
seeing seeing
Him get his
Gojo
get
get to
back.
that point and then somehow gets back to where he was, just it's cool.
Yeah, and
Especially
then
after
he's like
it's great after watching season one.
I like how he was saying, like, "You were banned from this clan, so you probably know a lot about my power, but the
Yeah,
people in my clan don't even know about this one."
yeah,
And then he did purple, and I was
yeah.
like, "Oh my goodness," and I got flashbacks whenever he did it
Did it against
in
Hina.
the
Yeah,
in the first season. I was like, "Oh my
fantastic.
god, this guy is so cool."
He's badass, man.
I know. I like how he didn't like he like showed like his like
Yeah,
bottom of
whenever
his
he pulled his hair
forehead.
back and he was like, "It's there. If you
Yeah,
used
he's
that
like
cursed
your
blade
biggest
against
mis
me, you would have got me."
yeah, he's like your biggest regret's gonna be that you didn't cut off my head.
Yeah, so cool. I
Yeah,
want to go rewatch that like right now.
I am rewatching it because I'm rewatching with Lily tomorrow, so
Yeah, right.
I might watch it one more
I
time
might just
between
do it
then,
for fun. Yeah,
but I
I
don't know
should
if
do
I
it
have
right now.
time. So that might be my good thing is that I'm gonna go in like wanting to watch it again because I doubt I'll be able to watch it between now and whenever I hang out with Lily tomorrow.
Yeah,
But I'm so excited.
me too, man. I can't wait to see where it goes, and
I don't
I
know
want
what
to.
happens next
I have no
week.
idea dude. There's still 2 more episodes in this arc.
No, there's one. I thought. I thought this was 5.
I thought it was 6.
We never know this.
Dude,
We
I don't.
argue about this every week, and neither of us ever look it up.
It don't matter. It doesn't.
It doesn't matter as long as they
What
just
else did you
keep
watch?
releasing episodes. That's all I care about.
What other things have you watched recently?
Oh, so I've been reading. I've been reading a lot. That's what I've been doing.
That's hype.
Yes, I've been reading. I've been trying to catch up on the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I have gotten to Superhero, which
Awesome.
is the newest. The not the newest. I think I'm like 2 chapters behind, and then
I think I might be
uh
2 chapters behind as well. I haven't read last month's or the months before, but I'm at the point where they're starting to adapt the movie, and I'm
oh
quite
yeah,
enjoying it.
I am too. I like the subtle little changes
Yes, me too. I agree. I
and the
agree.
extra background info. That it's actually because of
I
Trunks that we got Superhero.
Yeah, and I really liked Krillin's little chase scene he had.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought that would have been a cool addition to the movie, but it's whatever.
Me too. They kind of made Krillin like a bum in the movie, but in this one he actually
Yeah,
like had a purpose.
yeah, that's true, but it's okay. We still love him. I
Well,
can't believe he
I've
just
been
became a
rewatching.
policeman.
I've been rewatching Demon Slayer, and Lily's
Nice,
been watching Demon Slayer for the first time. Where majority of the way we're in the forest. So
nice.
this is spoilers for Demon Slayer for all of those who have not seen it or want to see it or have not gotten to this point. It is roughly like 14 episodes in, I believe. But she has seen the mother spider die with the blissful drought, which is still my favorite water style. Like my
It's
like
cool.
yeah, just
I
like
really like that scene too, where she was like
yes, I do
embracing it.
too. I wish he would use that one more, but at the same time, I don't think really any others deserve it. But and she's seen Zenetsu's really cool scene
Oh,
where
nice.
he goes crazy and
I
it's like
don't
all
think
of his
that saves his
background.
character though, in my opinion. I
Huh?
find him annoying.
Yeah, Lily did for a little bit, but she loves Inosuke.
I like
Loves
Inosuke.
him.
Who doesn't? He's great.
Yeah. Yeah, she loves how he'll just
Kaburocho
be in the background and
Kapakugo.
just slam his head into something. She'll just like giggle
I
or
know, it's
like
so great.
he'll just be like angry. He's like, I don't even remember I was mad at you for Manjaro or something like that. She
It's so
loves
good, man.
Inosuke.
I
She
love
also really
Inosuke
liked
too.
Nezuko, but it's like Inosuke, Tanjiro, Nezuko, and then Zenitsu.
That's
But
fair.
I don't know. I thought
Doesn't
um
redeem him because when his character is awake, he's annoying. Whenever he gets to the point in which he can do that consciously, maybe I'll like him.
yeah. That's one of the manga I want to read after. Because I want
I
to
want to read it after I finish the entire show because there's gonna be
see if
five.
it's different.
What?
And see if it's gonna be much different.
I've heard that the drawings are terrible, so I
Oh,
really
actually.
yeah, and I want to see it because like I heard that's the charm of the manga.
I mean, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But
Um, I watched so in the 90s they had a TV show called Trigun, and they remade it in 2020. Well, they made one season of it in 2022 called Trigun Stampede. And I never watched the original Trigun, but I saw things about Stampede and I decided to watch it after finishing One Piece. And it was fantastic. I was expecting it to just be like a fun space western, but obviously you can't
like
have a
Cowboy
space
Bebop?
yeah, but obviously you can't have a space western without some philosophical and like depressing shit. So obviously it went down that route. And it was fantastic. It was it's like Cowboy Bebop but with a linear story. if that makes sense. It's
I
really
I
good.
thoroughly enjoyed Cowboy Bebop, so
Yeah,
maybe
man.
that is something I'll check out.
If you like that, watch Stampede. It was really good.
I really
I
like
want to go
Cowboy
watch the
Bebop.
original because everyone says the original is better, but I don't see how you can be better because I thought it was fantastic and I can't wait for season 2.
Oh, there is something else I've been watching.
Yeah.
So Netflix released a series of I guess I'll just call it a series. It's like 8 episodes. It's called Quarterbacks. It's just following like 3 NFL quarterbacks throughout like their life. It's like Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota. So it's
Awesome.
like the best QB and like a quote unquote average
Yeah.
QB and Kirk Cousins, and then somebody who's not even starting. Or I guess theoretically he could be, but he's like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Eh, Sorry, any Falcons fans. Um, but I thoroughly enjoy Patrick Mahomes, like, well, from
Yeah, I
what
know.
I'm able to see on and off the field, like he like kind of keeps the same energy. He's like picking fights with people on the field if they like kind of annoy him. He's like talking about it like off the field, and he apparently hates taking pictures with people
Yes.
because his wife was pregnant. And he's like, "Bruh, how many more pictures?" like things like that. Like he's just an enjoyable little like kind of like goofy guy.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins might be the most boring person I've ever watched on TV.
That's sad.
Like, I'm just gonna tell you a couple things that like happened,
Yeah, go ahead.
and you'll just to prove my point. So there was one he wore just like a yellow flannel, that short sleeve flannel for like a post, like just like a after the game interview,
Yeah.
post game interview, and just like jeans, just average.
Yeah.
He's like he's an older guy for the league, like probably like mid-30s maybe. So Patrick Mahomes being like 24, him being like 30s, he's like,
That's crazy. He's
"What
only
made
3
you
years
pick?"
older than me.
Like it was like making like a joke. He's like, "We were taking bets on what brand your, um, uh, oh my God, what is it called? The striped shirt,
Flannel?
um, flannel, yes. Um, they were making like taking bets on what it was. Is it like Eddie Bauer? Is it Ralph Lauren?
Was
Is
it
it
Target?
something else?" And he's like, "Oh man, I wish it was some of those. This one's from something." And he said something like off the wall. And he's like, "If I'm being on," and then he like goes on later, it, like cuts to him at home. He's like, "I don't pick any of my outfits. My wife does my wife dresses me. That way I can save all my decisions for the NFL and being a quarterback. I can save all my decisions for the game." And I was like, "That is boring." I was like, "That is
It's so
boring."
boring, man.
Yeah.
That guy has
Hold
like
on.
2 brain
That's
cells.
not it. This isn't it. So Justin Jefferson, obviously ridiculous receiver, arguably the best in the league. So ridiculously young too. And Kirk Cousins throws a pass and they don't connect. And then, most quarterbacks are like, "Hey, that's my fault." Or like something, or "That's your fault." He's like, "Man, we really need to work together and make sure we can hit these connections because that's really what's gonna help us win these games." And I'm like, "Oh my God,
I wouldn't
you
have
are
known that,
so
man.
boring."
Yeah, I
And then
agree.
like there was like something else, like Justin Jefferson, it's like his rookie year. He like throws it, he fights for extra yards and gets a touchdown, just like spinning and diving. And then Kirk like goes over and sits with them and he's like, "Hey, there's not a lot of people who do what you just did. That right there, not a lot of people would fight for those 20 yards, but you did. And now we got 6 for it. Not a lot of people would get 6 points out of that play,
Let's
but you
go.
did.
Let's
Great
go.
work." And I was like, "Oh
Absolutely
my
cool.
God, you are so boring. Get hype. Oh my God."
Absolutely
And then
cool.
like one of them, my favorite Kirk clip. I'm not even gonna talk about Mariota. I thought he was boring. I don't care about Mariota anymore. He was cool when he was on the Titans and he was in the league and he caught his own touchdown pass, but he's boring now. Like I don't care about his story right now. I'm only an episode in,
This is gonna be
but
Kyle's favorite episode.
huh?
This is gonna be Kyle's favorite episode.
It might be. It might be
Yeah.
Kyle's favorite episode because of this right
Yeah,
here.
that's what I meant.
So no, this upcoming thing.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
so it goes from Patrick Mahomes at like his like I think it's his wife's like baby shower or
Mm,
something. It has like Patrick Mahomes or his birthday party.
mm.
He has like a cake with his hair on it, and then it cuts over to Kirk Cousins. And he's making a bonfire with his son. He goes, "How you doing there, poop?" And he's like, "Oh man, I got some ashes on my flannel. This is gonna be my campfire shirt now." And then it cuts, and I'm like, "Oh my goodness." You have about as much personality as a cup of water. Like, oh my God, let's get this rolling.
That's funny. It's funny
That's
that they
incredible.
chose him.
Well, they had to say yes too.
That's fair.
Like another, I guess, news piece is Tua Tagovailoa, like the Dolphins quarterback. He was
Mm.
asked to do season 2 and he turned it down.
Mm.
He
I feel like
turned
that would
down
happen.
Netflix like watching him because he wants to take the NFL this season seriously is the
Yeah.
what everybody's saying. But yes, not quarterbacks. Ugh. Kirk is boring. Patrick Mahomes is cool. I don't care about Mariota.
Sorry, buddy.
No, it's okay. Patrick Mahomes is really funny. He's majority of it.
That's good, man. As long as
Yeah,
it makes you happy.
I agree.
Facts. Uh, I've been rewatching Fire Force while I draw.
Wow.
Fire Force is fire.
I would
um,
hope.
One of the things I watched while I was drawing recently was Broly's Return because I was looking through Crunchyroll and I noticed that a bunch of the Dragon Ball movies were on there. I
Yeah.
rewatched the Mario movie whenever I went up to visit my brother a couple weekends ago, and we
Great
also
watch.
what? Yeah, it was fantastic. He liked it. I rewatched One Piece Strong World again with Austin because he hasn't seen it yet. I continue to watch Inuyasha while I drive, and that's going good. I'm enjoying that one. It's a really cute show. Whenever I get in the feels for to watch a '90s show, I always put Inuyasha on. Uh,
Yeah. That one has good vibes. Good
yeah,
drawings.
good vibes. Zelda, I've just been playing on and off. I played a little bit of zombies today, but I literally got to like round 5 and then died and was like, I don't have time to start another game.
Yeah. I feel
So,
that.
yeah, um, yeah, I want to get into playing zombies more, but I want to finish Zelda first. I need to finish Zelda first.
Yeah.
Other than that, I haven't done anything this week. Other than the shop, going to town.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Hell yeah, I
The
love the shop.
grind.
The grind
Mm.
set. Anything else you've been watching?
I mean, just like YouTube.
That's
The
fair.
truth, the usual.
All right, lads. I think that might be it. I just remembered, Skylar, have you gotten all of your quarrels out for the week? Every episode that doesn't have Jack on it, I always forget to say that. That's like a catchphrase.
I think so.
Awesome. Yeah. So next week we're gonna try to pull back up. We're gonna try to get Corey in to do Kung Fu Panda 2.
I need to rewatch it at this
I
point.
I'm gonna rewatch it too. That's my plan. We're gonna see what day works best for Corey, and we'll try to get that out ASAP. Um, Other than that, go follow us on our Instagram and TikTok, Mediak Pod and Mediak Podcast. Um, Other than that, we'll see you guys in Kung Fu Panda 2. Goodbye.
See ya.